with Elizabeth from Cross Stitch Crazy, and today we're going to talk about a soluble canvas. So Elizabeth, can you tell me exactly what soluble canvas is all about?
Well, it's used in place of waste canvas when you're stitching onto t-shirts or backpacks or hats or any sort of accessory. Normally you would use just spare Aida that you have lying around, and you've got to tack it to the shirt and stitch the piece, and then you've got to take time pulling all the different threads of the Aida.
Yes, it's always quite fiddly. You need a pair of tweezers and it takes quite a while to do.
Yes, it does.
So is this going to replace the waste canvas for us today?
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. As you see here, we've stitched the design straight onto the soluble canvas, and you'll see it's clear, but it's 14 count, and you use it just as you would your normal Aida. But the difference is that you can dissolve it in water afterwards, so it saves the step of pulling out all the threads after.
Yes, it's like a very fine clear plastic film, isn't it?
Yep.
But it's got the holes in exactly the same as Aida would. And I guess you can put it onto all kinds of summer things. There's another little t-shirt here.
Yeah, it's great for dressing up your kids' clothes at the start of summer. You know, any backpacks for camp or just any sort of thing, new clothes they've got for the holiday. So just dress it up a little bit more.
And I believe that you can actually buy it in kit form as well?
Yes, you can. These here are DMC's Hello Kitty kit range.
Is that what these, yes?
Yep, we've got two designs that we're showing here, but there are quite a few in the range. But you can also buy the canvas separately and stitch any motif that you want. So it's completely up to you, but we are demonstrating with Hello Kitty today.
Oh, well, Hello Kitty is such a lovely character.
Yeah.
And you can see, I think there are about 6 designs in this range?
Yes, that's true.
Okay, and the kits are actually really reasonable, aren't they?
Yes, it's just RRP of $3.99 a kit.
Wow, that's really good, because you get your piece of canvas and you get the threads as well.
Everything's in there.
So, do you actually need a brand new t-shirt to put it on, or could you perhaps put it on something that you've washed a couple of times?
Sure, yeah, you can put it on anything that you want to. The only thing to make sure is that you use color fast threads. So DMC, any no name brand.
Okay.
Because when you wash it, you want the colors to stay in place.
Yes, yeah, we certainly do. So obviously what we've done there is take the piece of fabric, and then I presume, is this just a tacking line?
It's just tacked on just as you normally would with waste canvas.
Let's have a little look underneath. It's just
examine my stitching.
It's really neat, isn't it? It's lovely. But that's just got that tacking line is just purely to hold the canvas in place.
Yes, that's all. So then you want to remove that before you start.
Okay, so you're going to show us, just going to trim the tacking line.
Yep.
Take that off.
Yep. Okay, I am cutting the thread just so I can pull it out here.
I can see you pulling it through. Can you actually cut it a little further along and pull it? Or?
You could. It's difficult sometimes if you try to pull too much at once, because then the fabric can just pucker up.
Okay.
And just become a bit more wrinkled. But
okay, so it's actually good just to take your time and just pull the thread through. It really doesn't take very long.
So this is just the last bit of thread that I've pulled out here.
Okay.
And
turn it back the right way.
Back around. And so as you see,
all the tacking lines now, you've taken all the tacking out, and it is just worth taking a little bit of time over that. But now you can see your canvas is there with your stitching, and it's ready to actually put in some hot water.
Yes.
So I've got a kettle waiting here with some hot water, and you need it so that it's actually a little bit warmer than hand.
Yeah, 40 to 50 degrees C. So so it's steamy and hot, and we need some soap.
Okay, a little bit of trusty fairy liquid.
So just squirt a bit in there. Okay.
I'm looking forward to this part. It just seems too easy, really, doesn't it? Well, to be able to do some stitching and then have the canvas dissolve.
Yeah, it just takes a few minutes, and it just saves so much time from having to pull out all the threads from the Aida canvas before. So, oops, there you go. And we just place it in here.
Okay, and how how long do you need to leave that for?
Needs to be in here for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
So you can just let it do its thing. Go make yourself a cup of tea.
Yes, I think we deserve a coffee, so
Yes.
we'll perhaps have a cup of coffee while we're waiting for that to dissolve. Oh, welcome back again. We've just had time for a quick cup of coffee while I've been watching what's happening in here. Elizabeth, can you tell us, has the canvas dissolved?
I do believe it has. It was really interesting because I could just see little bits of it floating up in the water, and it really is gone. I mean, I don't see it anywhere.
No time at all, just time for a quick cup of coffee.
Yep.
What should you actually do now?
Well, now we just need to remove it from the water and just sort of wring it out a bit. But as you can see, the canvas has gone completely.
My word, yeah.
So, and there's all that time saved.
Wow, rather than having to pull the canvas out, it actually just dissolves straight into the water. Okay, this is really exciting to see what's happened here. So the soluble canvas has completely dissolved, and you're left with this lovely piece of stitching, and that's perfect. That's really lovely.
Yeah, it just saves so much time, you know, if you're trying to get the new clothes ready for the kids for the summer, or, you know, their backpacks or hats or anything like that. It's all that step saved of trying to pull out the aid of fabric afterwards, and you're still left with the stitching. And as we can see, it works really well.
It does. How would you actually finish this off now? Do you need to rinse it, or I guess it perhaps maybe a good idea to rinse it?
You could if you want to. Just all you have to do is follow the care instructions on the garment you've actually stitched onto, because if you're using the colour fast thread,
I don't need to hand wash it then.
No.
Oh,
no.
I like that idea. So can I put it in the machine? And
sure. Yeah, in the washing machine, in the dryer, from here, whatever you feel you need to do next.
Okay. And then I guess you just press it lightly, even if you wanted to press it on the reverse. And there it is, it's all done.
Yeah.
Wow, all ready and set to go. Lovely, thank you very much, Elizabeth.
Oh, thank you, Anna.
Thank you.